Your power just died. Not a flicker, not a brownout. Dead. The fridge hums into silence. The router blinks off. The lights are gone. You have 3 enemies now. Time, heat, spoilage. Every hour without power costs you food, information, and control. The question is not whether you have backup power. The question is which kind keeps you running when the grid does not. 3 contenders, 3 promises, 1 winner, power station, generator, uninterruptible power supply. Each one claims to save your food, your comfort, your sanity, but only one will do the job you actually need without killing you, bankrupting you, or announcing your advantage to everyone within earshot. Let's break them down. Let's test them. Let's find out what works when the lights go out and the clock starts ticking. Criteria. You need 4 things from backup power during a blackout. Runtime. How long it keeps the fridge cold, the router alive, the fan spinning. Capacity. How many watts it delivers, and for how many devices at once. Stealth. Whether it makes noise, draws attention, or paints a target on your door. Readiness. How fast it kicks in when the power drops and how much effort it demands from you in the dark. Everything else is marketing. These 4 metrics decide whether your food spoils, your pills warm, your neighbor learns you have what he does not. Add 1 more. Safety. Does it produce carbon monoxide? Does it require ventilation? Does it catch fire if you make 1 mistake at 2 in the morning? A device that kills you is not backup power. It is a liability with a plug. Contenders. Contender 1. The portable power station. A lithium battery in a box. Silent. No exhaust. No fuel. You charge it from the wall or a solar panel. You plug devices into it like an outlet that does not need the grid. Typical mid-range unit holds 1000 to 2000 watt-hours. That means it can deliver 100 watts for 10 to 20 hours, or 200 watts for 5 to 10 hours. Math is simple. Watt-hours divided by device watts equals runtime. No carbon monoxide, no noise, no ventilation required. You can run it indoors, in a closet, under a bed. The trade-off is capacity and recharge. When the battery is empty, it is a paperweight until you recharge it. If the grid is down and you have no solar, you are done. Contender 2. The gasoline generator. A small engine that burns fuel and spins a magnet to make electricity. Loud, smelly, deadly indoors. Typical portable unit outputs 2000 to 4000 watts continuous. As long as you have fuel, it runs 1 gallon every 6 to 10 hours depending on load. You can keep a fridge, a freezer, a few lights, and a fan alive for days if you stockpile gasoline. The trade-off is carbon monoxide and noise. Generators produce silent poison. You must run them outdoors, at least 20 feet from windows and doors. The exhaust will kill you faster than the blackout. And noise. A running generator is a broadcast. It tells everyone within 2 blocks that you have power and fuel when they do not. Contender 3. The uninterruptible power supply. A battery and inverter designed to bridge gaps. You plug it into the wall. You plug your devices into it. When the power dies, it switches instantly, keeping everything online without a flicker. Typical consumer unit holds 300 to 1500 watt-hours and outputs 400 to 1000 watts. It is built for computers, modems, routers. Short outages. Minutes to an hour, not days. The trade-off is runtime. A UPS is not a marathon device. It is a sprinter. It gives you time to save files and shut down gracefully, or keeps critical gear alive during brief interruptions. Use it for a fridge and you will drain it in 2 to 4 hours. Then it is over. Tests. We ran 3 scenarios. Same goal each time. Keep a standard 18 cubic foot refrigerator running. Protect $200 of food. Maintain safe temperature below 40 degrees Fahrenheit in the fridge compartment and below 0 in the freezer. We measured runtime, effort, noise, and cost per hour of operation. Test 1. Summer blackout. 4 hours. Power drops at 2 in the afternoon. Outside temperature is 90 degrees. Inside is 78. The fridge was last opened 10 minutes ago. Full load. Milk, meat, vegetables, leftovers. A fridge cycles. It does not run constantly. It pulls 100 to 200 watts when the compressor is on, 0 when off. Typical duty cycle is 30 to 50%. That means over 1 hour. It uses 60 to 100 watt hours. We connected each device. Power station, a 1500 watt-hour unit. Fridge ran normally. Compressor cycled every 12 to 18 minutes. After 4 hours, the station showed 68% charge remaining. Total draw approximately 480 watt-hours. No noise, no exhaust. We also plugged in a router and a USB charging block. No problem. Generator, a 3000 watt inverter unit. Fridge ran normally. We set the generator outside, 25 feet from the back door. Extension cord through a window gap. Noise was 68 decibels at 20 feet. Audible 2 blocks away. Used point for gallons in 4 hours. Cost roughly $1.50 in fuel. Carbon monoxide detector placed near the door read 0 indoors. Safe. Loud. UPS, a 1000 watt-hour unit. Fridge ran normally for 2 hours. At 2 hours 10 minutes the UPS began beeping. Low battery warning. At 2 hours 40 minutes it shut off. Fridge went dark. Food still cold, but no longer cooling. If the outage continued, spoilage would begin in 4 to 6 more hours, depending on how often the door opened. Verdict for 4 hours. Power station wins. Silent, safe, enough capacity. Generator works, but announces you. UPS fails the mission. Test 2. Winter blackout. 72 hours. Power drops at 6 in the evening. Outside temperature is 32 degrees. Inside starts at 68, drops steadily without heat. Fridge still needs to run. Cold air outside does not cool the fridge interior unless you open windows. And that brings new problems. Frozen pipes. Security risk. You need controlled cooling. Same fridge. Same devices. Power station. 1500 watt-hour unit drained after roughly 14 hours of fridge operation. We recharged it with a 200 watt solar panel. February sun in the northern US. Overcast 50% of the time. Panel delivered 30 to 80 watts depending on clouds. On day 1, we harvested roughly 300 watt-hours. Not enough to fully recharge. By day 2, the station was at 20%. We rationed cooling, running the fridge. 2 hours on, 2 hours off. Food stayed under 40 degrees. Barely. Required constant monitoring and manual cycling. Stressful. Feasible only with solar input and discipline. Generator. Ran continuously for 12 hours overnight, then 6 hours morning, 6 hours evening on subsequent days. Total fuel consumption 12 gallons over 72 hours. Cost roughly $45. Noise constant during run periods. Neighbors noticed. One knocked. Asked if we had extra fuel. We said no, he left. OPSEC compromised. We staged 5-gallon cans in the garage. Refueling every 6 hours in the dark, in the cold. Gasoline vapors. Spill risk. Annoyance. But the fridge never stopped when the generator ran. And we powered lights, a space heater for one room, and a phone charger simultaneously. UPS. Not even tested. A UPS cannot sustain 72 hours. Wrong tool. Verdict for 72 hours. Generator wins. If you accept the noise and have fuel. Power station works only with solar and rationing. UPS is irrelevant. Test 3. Grid instability. Rolling blackouts. 2 weeks. Power drops for 2 to 4 hours. Returns for 3 to 6 hours. Drops again. Unpredictable. No pattern. You cannot plan. You need a device that responds automatically and does not waste your time. Power station. Manual. When power dies, you must physically connect the fridge to the station. When power returns, you must disconnect and plug the station into the wall to recharge. Every cycle demands your attention. Over 2 weeks with 18 outages. We spent roughly 40 minutes total on plug swapping. Annoying. Doable, but not automatic. Generator. Manual and loud. Every outage meant going outside, pulling the starter cord, running extension cords, then reversing the process when power returned. Noise every time. Fuel consumption 8 gallons over 2 weeks. Neighbors asked questions twice more. OPSEC degraded further. UPS. Automatic. Fridge plugged into UPS. UPS. Plugged into wall. Power dies. UPS. Continues without interruption. Power returns. UPS. Recharges silently. 0 effort. But runtime per outage still only 2 to 3 hours. Adequate for short rolling cuts. Inadequate if any single outage exceeded 3 hours. On day 9, one outage lasted 5 hours. UPS. Died at hour 2.5. Lost a bag of chicken thighs and a quart of milk. $20 wasted. Verdict for rolling instability. UPS. Offers the best user experience when outages stay short. Power station offers better capacity with manual hassle. Generator offers unlimited runtime with maximum exposure. Results. Let's total the costs. Power station. Purchase 1500 watt-hour unit. $700 to $1,000. Add 200 watt solar panel. $200 to $300. Total upfront roughly $1,000 to $1,300. Operational cost 0 if recharged by solar. If recharged from grid, roughly 20 cents per full cycle at average US. Electricity rates. Lifespan roughly 3,000 charge cycles or 10 years. Generator. Purchase 3,000 watt inverter unit, $500 to $800. Fuel cost $1.50 per gallon. Consumption 0.1 gallons per hour at low load. Maintenance oil change every 50 hours. Spark plug every 100 hours. Roughly $50 per year if used moderately. Lifespan 5 to 10 years with maintenance. Noise 70 decibels. Carbon monoxide risk high if misused. UPS. Purchase 1,000 watt-hour unit. $400 to $700. Operational cost 10 cents per recharge cycle. Battery lifespan 3 to 5 years. Replacement battery $200 to $300. Silent. Safe indoors, but limited capacity. Now, let's compare runtime per dollar spent on keeping a fridge cold for 24 hours. Power station with solar. After initial investment, nearly free. Recharge from the sun. As long as you have sun and ration loads, you spend nothing per day. Generator. Requires roughly 2 gallons per day. If run 12 hours, cost about $7.50 per day. Over a week, that is $52.50. Over 2 weeks, $105. Fuel dependency is total. UPS cannot sustain 24 hours. Irrelevant for this metric. Verdict. No single device wins. Every scenario. Your choice depends on your threat model. Short outage, 1 to 4 hours. Low noise environment. Power station wins. Silent, safe, plenty of capacity. You keep the fridge running, the router online, the phone charged. No one knows. No carbon monoxide. No fuel. Plug it in, walk away. Extended outage, 3 to 7 days. Fuel available. Noise acceptable. Generator wins. Raw endurance. As long as you stockpile gasoline, you have power. Yes, it is loud. Yes, it compromises OPSEC. But it keeps the fridge, the freezer, the lights, the fan, the sump pump alive. You trade stealth for capacity. Safety line. Run the generator outdoors only. 20 feet minimum from all windows, doors, vents. Point exhaust away from the house. Never refuel while running. Let it cool 2 minutes. Keep a fire extinguisher within 10 feet. Never run a generator in a garage, basement, or enclosed porch. Carbon monoxide kills silently. Rolling blackouts. Unpredictable cycles. You need automatic switching. UPS wins for convenience. If outages stay under 3 hours, it handles the switching. You do nothing. When power returns, it recharges silently. But if any outage exceeds the UPS runtime, you lose food. The fix is a larger UPS, or a hybrid. Plug the UPS into a power station. The UPS provides instant switch. The power station provides extended capacity. 2 devices, 0 noise, total coverage. Long-term grid down. Week 2 and beyond. Fuel scarce. Power station with solar is your only sustainable option. Generators drain fuel. Once your stockpile is gone, the generator is scrap metal. A power station recharged by sun runs indefinitely, as long as the battery cells survive and the sky is not dark for weeks. You ration the fridge. Run it 2 hours, off 2 hours. Keep the door closed. Internal temperature holds for 4 to 6 hours without power. If you do not open it, cycle strategically. Morning charge, evening charge. Minimal loss. Add a second power station if you can afford it. One runs the fridge. One runs lights, radio, fans, phone charging. Rotate recharge duty with your solar panel. It is slow. It is methodical. It works. Counterintuitive. Here is the flip. The biggest generator is not the best backup power. You think more watts, longer runtime, better survival. Wrong. A 7,000 watt generator will run your whole house. Fridge, freezer, lights, television, microwave, air conditioning. You wire it into a transfer switch. You flip the switch when the grid dies. Everything stays on. But that generator burns fuel twice as fast. It costs 3 times as much. And it screams. 90 decibels. You hear it 4 blocks away. In a blackout that lasts days, that noise is a beacon. It tells everyone you have power. Power means fuel. Fuel means value. Value means attention. Attention means risk. The smarter move is the smallest device that keeps your critical loads alive. Fridge, freezer, 1 light, 1 fan, phone charger, router. If you need information, that is 300 to 500 watts sustain. A 1500 watt-hour power station handles it silently for 12 to 18 hours. A small 2000 watt generator handles it on half a gallon every 10 hours. You preserve fuel. You preserve silence. You preserve the gray man advantage. No one knows you are running anything. The counterintuitive truth is this. Resilience is not about powering everything. It is about powering the right things quietly and for as long as necessary. Overkill is a liability. Precision is survival. When to choose power station? Choose a power station when stealth matters more than runtime. Urban environments, apartments, close neighbors, anywhere noise draws attention, you do not want. Choose it when you have solar input or grid access between outages. Rolling blackouts, summer storms, ice events that resolve in 72 hours. Choose it when you cannot store gasoline safely. No garage, no shed, no ventilated space. Choose it when carbon monoxide risk is unacceptable. Small children, elderly, pets, anyone who cannot evacuate fast if something goes wrong. A power station is the quiet professional. It does the job without announcing itself. When to choose generator, choose a generator when runtime is everything. Week-long outages. Rural settings where noise travels but does not threaten you. Spaces with distance between you and others. Choose it when you can secure fuel. You have storage. You have a supply chain or stockpile. You can refill safely. Choose it when you need high wattage for multiple large loads. Fridge, freezer, well pump, sump pump, space heater. Total draw exceeds 1000 watts continuous. Choose it when you have outdoor space and can maintain 20-foot clearance from all openings. A generator is the workhorse. Loud, thirsty, stoppable if you feed it. When to choose UPS? Choose a UPS when you need zero interruption for sensitive electronics. Desktop computer, server, medical device with no internal battery, router and modem for work from home during brief flickers. Choose it when outages are short and frequent. Grid instability, brownouts, voltage sags. Choose it when you want automatic operation and you are layering systems. UPS, for instant coverage. Power station on standby for extended coverage. Do not choose a UPS as your only solution for a fridge unless your outages never exceed 2 hours. A UPS is the sprinter, fast, seamless, but it cannot run a marathon. Hybrid approach. Here is what works best if you can afford it. Layer all 3. UPS plugged into the wall. Fridge plugged into UPS. Power dies. UPS continues instantly. Power station charged and ready beside the UPS. When the UPS low battery alarm sounds, you unplug the UPS wall input and plug it into the power station. Now the UPS draws from the station. The station extends runtime to 12 hours or more. Generator in the garage or shed. Fuel stored safely. If the outage enters day 2, you run the generator outside for 4 hours. You plug the power station into the generator. You recharge the station. You shut down the generator. You run silent again on battery. You gain the automatic switch of the UPS, the silent capacity of the power station, the endurance of the generator. You use each tool only when it offers the advantage. You spend more upfront. You gain flexibility that no single device provides. Assembly. The grid will fail. Weather, equipment age, demand overload, or something worse. When it does, your fridge is a countdown timer, 40 degrees or below, or everything inside becomes garbage. A power station keeps you silent and keeps you cold if you have the discipline to recharge and ration. A generator keeps you running if you accept the noise and feed it fuel. A UPS keeps you seamless if you accept the limits. No device is magic. Every device is a trade-off. Choose based on your threat, your space, your noise tolerance, and your fuel access. Test it now while the stakes are low. Charge it, run it, learn the sounds it makes, and the time it buys. You know how to connect it in the dark. Do not wait until the blackout teaches you that the box in the closet does not do what you assume. Method beats guesswork. Preparation beats panic. Quiet redundancy beats one loud bet. Keep the cold. Keep the quiet. Keep the method.